Man, I feel down. I feel depressed. What to do? Motherfucker, go watch open wrestling talk. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't be watching no. I want to go on a sabbatical and call my mama and go to see Jesus and talk about how people come here to talk about wrestling, and you are here in the night, ladies and gentlemen. I am not going crazy. I am Seed Chris Champion. So this is Open Wrestling Talk, and we're gonna talk Raw tonight. The Raw review. So if you like here, if you want to join us on Twitter, we're at Wrestle Talk 2_1 Talk. Send your questions, comments. See Smitty. 614 is if you want to ask a question. Now, I don't go at this alone. I got a crew, and let me tell you, it's a blessing and an honor to have such a great talent. Ladies and gentlemen, straight from the curfew bed himself, the youngster, the young, phenomenal one, Stone Cold Austin. He is the Stone Cold Capri Sun drinking mother and love. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Austin.
What's up? Oh God.
What's up? Ladies and gentlemen, he's still working on the camera. Now this man, he stands alone. He's the feel of all of them all. And ladies and gentlemen, he's the Wall. Professional wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Mr. Brick Wall. How you doing there, buddy?
What's up? What happened?
This man will be the future one day. We got to give him some props. The Mr. Arabian Wolf himself, Paul Jasser.
What the What? Oh,
Okay, thank you, Paul.
that was not PG. That was not PG.
What
okay.
other introduction can I do? But ladies and gentlemen, this isn't a PG show. Hell no. Ladies and gentlemen, the co-founder of Open Wrestling Talk, the myth, legend of Detroit Kayfabe. He is the president of the Badass Club. He is the only CM motherfucking House.
Thanks for bringing me back. Great to be here. Great to have the crew here. Hopefully we don't have any Sin Cara issues again like we did the other night with the old Prince Devitt signing. And not only that, you got booed off your own show. So tell me what's wrong with that. Can't wait to talk about Raw tonight. Let's get this underway.
Appreciate love. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it's live. We're going to be talking Raw. We're going to also address some of the new things that have been happening with WWE. They've been quite the busy federation. And if in a or the pasture, wrestling.
Oh, good Lord.
I thought
I need to go to bed.
I'm afraid I've got some bad
news. I didn't do it.
All right, go ahead there. I'll tell us for the promo and, go from talking about the promo. Thank you, Austin. Now, let's go to the next commentator.
You're leading out on us.
Goodbye.
Wait, what?
All right, go ahead there, Brick Wall.
Hang on.
He doesn't
We
know
are
what
running a
happened.
tight
Like,
ship
what?
tonight.
I'm so lost, guys.
Alright.
All right, just watch.
Okay. Anyways, Bray Wyatt's promo was pretty good. He's talking about Cena and all that. And then Cena gets him with a cheap shot behind, and it was a pretty good opener.
Go ahead there, Paul.
Yo, in the words of Sir William Regal, it was a riveting promo. I really enjoyed it. the crowd was more into it than anything. They show up the USA crowd every single year. They're more into it than ever. Who gets more hyped in England? WWE isn't there like they are in the US. So when they get there, it's definitely a treat for all those fans. I thought to open the show with Bray Wyatt honestly speaks volumes for how much they are pushing this character and how much they're investing in him. Overall, I thought he did a great job. He nailed it. Everything he did, the crowd was hanging on his last words. So, there's so much going on with him, and Cena running in and getting the attitude adjustment, getting the upper hand on the master of mind games, Bray Wyatt, and playing a little bit of a mind game himself, coming through the crowd or wherever the fuck he came from. But I enjoyed it for the most part, and all it really did with Cena getting the upper hand was built to the main event later on in the night and kept everyone hyped throughout the show. Although the show delivered itself, so there was really no need. But what a great addition to it! I enjoyed the opening segment.
All right, go ahead there, CM.
Like Paul said, this is a very strong promo. Bray Wyatt, let me tell you, he's golden on the mic. Getting himself hyped up for later on this evening where Cena's going to face Luke Harper. That was one of the greatest things. Cena, his theme kicks on. Both Harper and Rowan are outside, right there by the entrance ramp, waiting for him to come down. Out of nowhere, David Copperfield, a.k.a. John Cena, just randomly pops up from nowhere, and Bray turns around and takes an A, and as both men slide in, he slides out, going back to the top of the ramp. That was one hell of a way to start off the show. Like Paul said, they are really putting some, money and investments into this Bray Wyatt character. And on top of that, his following. People are following him, and that's exactly what I was waiting to see. It's been that way since before Mania, but it's just getting to the point where everyone's starting to forget who John Cena really is. You can cheer him all you want, you can boo him all you want, but Bray Wyatt is the next face of the WWE. Well, at least in my eyes it is, because that's how they're pushing him to be. Will he be champion one day? Of course. Right now, he just has to get through this whole roadblock between him and Cena to see where things go. Other than that, great promo, great segment, great finish to that whole entire ordeal. So,
All right, go ahead there, Austin. Do you have a comment about the matchup or the promo between Wade and Cena's?
I did, but CM basically took the words out of my mouth.
Okay, thank you there, Austin. Look, we're just, why sugarcoat it? I'm going to give the guy a chance. If he says that, I'm going to go to the next part. That's what business does. This is not kindergarten. Austin, if I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. We'll give you an extra juice cup and you'll feel better. Now, with that being said.
Oh, my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, please don't think I'm bullying the kid. He's a good kid. He really is. But we still need to card him before he does the show with us. So with that being said, look, Bray Wyatt, they are obviously pushing this guy, to the moon and back. This is going to hype up this last man standing match. I'm so excited about it because I typically like the last man standing matches, the theatrics, just the moments that you're going to get from it. And just sometimes you get a lot of shocking endings, with that being said. So I can't wait for it. Whatever they could do to promote this match, they need to. Especially now that we're probably not going to have a WWE Heavyweight Championship match. So we're going to have to have a discussion what match should be the main event or the send home. But with that being said, it was in London, England. The fans, Paul, you said it right. London, England loves the WWE. They go crazy about any wrestling promotion. But WWE does it really well there. They were hyped like all get out. But to me, I was very impressed with it. So let's go into our first match. It's the U.S. champion Sheamus going against Cesaro. Paul Heyman decides to shoot a promo. And my lord, that crowd is so riled up. What did you guys think about it? We're going to go ahead and, Austin, so no one takes your points. Go ahead and tell us what you thought, too.
Yeah, the Paul Heyman promo for the ring I really enjoyed because even though it's still the whole my client conquered the streak thing, they wouldn't let him finish. They wouldn't let Paul Heyman finish because the crowd was pretty much saying it for him. But after that, the match, it was a pretty good match. I thought it was one of the best matches of the night, but that's what I got.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate it, man. And that's a good point though that you made about the whole client streak. Let's go ahead, Brickwall. Go ahead and shoot us your opinion about it, and
Alright.
also the match if you like.
Alright, yeah, yeah, Paul Heyman always has good promos too, but I thought it was funny when he's laying on the ground, he's saying, he's being like Undertaker, he can't get up, and then the match, the match was, the match was decent, yeah, Cesaro won by, Paul Heyman's distraction, so it was a good match.
All right. Go ahead, Paul.
You know, when it comes to talking on the mic, when you mention a name like Paul Heyman, he really is a pioneer. You know, anybody who works with Paul Heyman, you know, they got the upper hand on the business. You know, they have the business by the throat, and they're only going to go forward. Paul Heyman's that guy that makes everyone look better than they really are. Whether they have the talent or not is irrelevant. He makes them look so much better. He puts them on that pedestal. And when you're with Paul Heyman, the WWE universe notices you because he has the credentials. Overall, I thought it was a great segment. No matter how cheesy Heyman is, he's going to evoke a great reaction from the crowd. Him lying down in the center of the ring and, you know, sitting up and saying, you know, unlike The Undertaker at WrestleMania 30, I can sit up. And, you know, my client Brock Lesnar conquered the streak. And you got JBL on commentary harassing it and fucking antagonizing Paul Heyman and making it even worse. But, you know, I enjoyed the segment before the match. The match itself was all right. You know, I was surprised to see Cesaro go over, actually. You know, I thought maybe they would do some type of screwed-up ending, but he did get the win, and Sheamus went for the handshake, and lo and behold, it looked like he was going to shake his hand. The crowd was behind the whole thing, and what happened? He ended up swooping under his arm and walking away with a smirk on his face. So there goes the whole the face thing they had going with him. Supposedly they were going to push him as a face, but I guess not anymore. So everything that's been going on in the Dirt Sheets lately has been the complete opposite is what's been getting delivered to the fans. So whatever is going on there, you wanna think the other way. So overall, though, I thought it was a great segment and a decent match.
Thanks, Paul. I appreciate that. All right, CM. Go ahead there, buddy.
You took the words out of my mouth there, but I'm still going to have things to say. I enjoyed this match.
Damn straight. That's CM Styles.
I enjoyed that promo. Let me tell you that putting over Cesaro and then putting over his old client, the man that conquered the streak, laying down like Undertaker did, not getting up. Well, except he said the difference between him and Taker is that he could get up. So I was just like, that's a bad shoot right there. But this match was very, very intense. European-style wrestling, if you think about it, seeing that they were over in the homeland, although Sheamus was not favored tonight. Although, since it was, I'm guessing, I'm going to say it now because no one else is going to say it. It was taped. Yeah, more than likely, they piped in the chants instead of, to get rid of the whole booze. So that kind of made it noticeable because you can see the crowd in the back not really accepting this match at the end. Everyone was going for Cesaro to win. Cesaro is a fan favorite no matter what status he is, even though Paul Heyman's carrying him right now with his promos. But the whole the ending with Sheamus trying to shake his hand and Cesaro pulling a Ric Flair-like maneuver, that was pretty cool. They need to keep doing that with him. I'm just going to accept him as a heel because that's where he's better off at being because no matter what, he's going to be over.
Yeah, look, Cesaro is really legit. I like that he's with Paul Heyman. It's developing. He's being more developed than he was with the Real Americans. All they were doing was letting him do the swing, and that's it, mainly. To me, this is about what Cesaro is able to do. Him and Sheamus can go. Sheamus is really good to me. I like the pairing between the two, and I know we're hearing so many rumors. Remember, we're in May. We got fall to go. We're not even close to SummerSlam. So there's a progression to go. It'll pick back up around Money in the Bank and then go from there. But my point here is real simple. This match was good. Yes, it was taped, but here's the thing. Man, CM Styles sounded like, hey, the Easter Bunny's not real. Why don't you just say that to us, CM?
Hey, but, man, kids watch besides Austin.
Exactly. Sorry, Austin. But with that being said, anyway, so with that being said, pinfall victory to Cesaro. I guess my question is, should we hope that they're going to try to build this into a match at Payback? And the reason why I'm saying it like that is a lot of things we say doesn't usually correlate to match card. They're not trying to build to another site. They're just doing one match. That's it. All right, move on. So what do you all think on that, real quick? Austin?
I really don't know.
All right, Brick.
I see Cesaro going for the U.S. title as he pinned Sheamus at Payback.
All right, go ahead. CM, Paul, what do you guys think on that?
Where do I see it going? I don't know. Cesaro fighting for the U.S. title again at this point in his career, I think is a little besides the point. I think it's a little under him. I think he's a little bit bigger than that, and the push he's getting is going to exceed not just the U.S. title, but working with Paul Heyman in general is going to put him on a pedestal. And, what he might be doing now, it might not be anything major, but it's building towards that major event. And I see him within the next 2-3 months seriously working into the picture and being considered a big name and a serious contender. So yeah, I don't see the U.S. title really in his future. I see him doing a little bit more because he's one of those guys like Bray Wyatt, other people. He's a little bit bigger than the title at the moment, and the title is just a prop. So
all right, no, that's fine.
He holds it, of course. I'm not trying to be biased, but
no,
it's a little bit bigger than that.
All right, CM, what's your take on that point I was making?
Well, I want to like this, but no, I'm just kidding. But
hiatus.
Okay, now I'm going to be serious. This is between a rock and a hard place, especially with Cesaro right now. Like Paul just said there. He really isn't United States Championship material anymore. He had that in his early run in the WWE. It'd be great to put on, but like he said, it's a prop. He can do better than that. You can put him up in the title picture, but it'd be really tough right now seeing that, Daniel Bryan's still the WWE champion. This coming Monday, we're possibly going to see him get stripped because he's going to be gone for a couple months due to that whole neck surgery thing, and it makes me feel a little cringe in my neck. But I really would like to see, for now, just to have something around his waist. Sheamus versus Cesaro at Extreme Rules, or not Extreme Rules, Payback for the United States Championship. And then, that could add a little bit more prestige to the title because, don't get me wrong here, Sheamus is great at holding this thing, but he's held it before early in his career. And seeing that Cesaro is still early in his career right now, just to give it a little bit more of a pitch. The only thing that would suck is that Sheamus has only held it for less than a month, and to take it off of him right now, that could only lead to one other thing for Sheamus, and we'll talk about that another time.
All right, yeah, no problem. Sorry about that. But yeah, I hear you. All right, so now we go into the Beat the Clock challenge. Basically, if you need me to explain, you're a dumbass. I'm sorry. In the match, Ultimate Warrior style. Do not spend more than 5 minutes. You'll probably win. Henceforth, all right? Go in there, couple clotheslines, splash, ding, 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 you win. Music kicks, and it's all good. That's what you're supposed to do. All right, so with that being said, give you a little lesson. So anyway, so we have Big E versus Ryback, the big guy. Guys, what were your views on this match? Let's go to Austin there.
I really didn't get into this match like I really figured I would because it's two big guys in the WWE that you think will go into the ring and have a good match. But to me, it just really didn't sell for me.
Yeah, I hear you, man. No, don't bet on that. Go ahead there, Brick.
Yeah, nothing really special. Just Michael McGillicuddy with his little beanie on again. Oh, I mean Curtis Axel. Oops.
He's a skateboarder.
Not supposed to say that. Anyway. Who gives a damn? Go ahead, Paul. Something stupid about the match.
To the casual wrestling fan, I think it would be a decent sized draw. I think it would do okay numbers for what it was. Big E and Ryback. I don't know. when I first thought of it, like when Big E first debuted on the main roster, when he just came out of NXT doing his 5-time gimmick, it seemed interesting to me considering Ryback was getting that big push. Although I wasn't a fan of him, I thought it would have worked out, big guy versus big guy. But down the line, longer down the line, it's not what it would have been. And Big E is just coming off his Intercontinental title loss, and Ryback hasn't had much momentum in the last 6-8 months. So. For what it was, I thought it was okay. Big E botched at the end. It didn't hinder the credibility of the match, but it was pretty bad. He pretty much landed on his face. So, but other than that, it was a filler. I thought it was nothing special. I could care less for it. But given the time slot, honestly, regardless of what people think, I thought they could have done a decent match.
I'm hearing you, Scott. I see you joined. Are you there? All right, never mind, Scott. It's all good. See him. Go ahead there, buddy.
Well, at least this match wasn't a complete train wreck. Like they said, this is a match between two big guys. 5 minutes and 15 seconds. 5 minutes and 2 seconds. Thank God it was all that, because if it was any longer than that, I probably would have gotten bored. It's not against both men. It's just the fact that neither men need the IC title right now, especially with Big E getting that push from, or more like getting buried by Rusev last week, and then Ryback finally coming back off of his streak, only the job against Big E. It's crazy. It's really hard to describe this match right here, because that's probably the only people thinking.
What in the world?
I got this.
Someone's got the volume on all day.
Alright, I'm
This
trying
is
to
like
get
a total diva.
What the?
Why does it sound like Michael Miner?
What?
Ooh.
Well, okay.
Alright, I got it taken care of. I'll fix it later. Scott, I apologize, but
That was
when we
best
get
for
you on the
business.
show next time, we'll get you on, Scott, and get your groundbreaking takes there. Alright, so CM, I apologize. Go ahead there, buddy. If you want to just refresh it or however you want to go.
Oh no, I'm pretty much fresh thing.
It's all good. Look, really, this match.
I want to thank Scott for quick running. That was probably more entertaining than the match itself.
At least it happened on the right match. But real quick, for real, Scott, apologize about that, but we'll get you on here eventually. But for real, this match to me was hard to watch. It was, because there was a lot of really bad spots there, a lot of botches, like you said, Paul. Could have been better, yeah. I got to say this, and I don't want to come off wrong, but Big E needs some work. He really does. It's getting bad. But with that being said, we go on to the next match. And like I said, we be a star here. Anyway, thank God this was I thought this was going to be a pre-break, but as soon as we had R-Truth doing his dance routine, and one of the Funkadactyls, didn't know who, I really couldn't care less, because the best part was Fandango coming out with Layla. Summer Rae shows up and proceeds to kiss Fandango and turn WWE into As the Ring Spins, a.k.a. Total Divas. So you need to stop watching that.
Hey, don't hate.
With that being said, I'm not trying to hate, man. I know, it happens.
Brock Lesnar on you?
Oh, don't worry. I'll just, if you're gonna go Brock Lesnar, I'll just go John Cena with the chain, if you know what I mean. Go ahead there, Austin.
Shit.
I expected Summer Rae to come out because it's getting far into the storyline to where we will see Layla and Summer Rae go into a feud and possibly into a short Divas match at Payback.
Oh hell no! I mean, I don't.
You don't
want
see
that as in a pay-per-view. No, not in a pay-per-view. I'll give my take. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Billy.
Superstar.
Total Diva expert himself. Quick wall.
What? Well, just because I watched this show. All right. I got this. Alright, I thought it was alright. I mean, yeah, yeah, we're gonna see them at Payback probably. Maybe a
No!
pre-show. Pre-show.
No!
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Even if you don't like it, it's gonna happen.
Deal with it.
Deal with it, like Batista says.
Yeah, Bautista. All right, just for men. All right, special guest, we got Lion Claw joining in the fray. Big Lion Claw, good to have you here, man.
Hey, good to be here.
All right, buddy. What we're talking the Summer Rae invasion in the ring with Layla. If you got a comment, shoot it up.
I saw that and come in as soon as Summer Rae came back. It was just a matter of time. I mean, that was bound to happen.
All right. Go ahead there, Paul.
I agree with Lion Claw. You saw what was going on before, and even the little Twitter battles that were going on with Summer Rae and Fandango, and even Layla. So when we heard she was coming back, it was pretty obvious that's what they were going to go straight to, and they did it. It doesn't seem like a major feud to me. I don't see it going on at Payback, honestly. I see maybe Alicia Fox versus Paige at Payback, considering she got the win tonight, and there's Paige who needs to redeem herself and regain that credibility as Divas champion, especially losing in her hometown. But it is something they've been building on. It does have to do with Total Divas. It is to add propaganda to the show and build ratings overall. It's more of a business thing, but for what it was, I guess I'll have to sit there and deal with it. The rest of the show is great, so I'm not going to complain really.
CM, go ahead there, buddy.
This was a loss in the shuffle moment for me. Seeing Summer Rae come out, I'm just curious, is she still a heel? Is she a face? Do we know what her status is there? On top of that,
it doesn't matter if it's a face or a heel.
what is more important in the storyline, Summer Rae and Layla, or Fandango being in a love triangle?
I'm gonna go with the love
Love triangle.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, seeing Layla and Summer Rae involved in this, and sooner or later they're going to book a match, more than likely they'll probably make it the pre-show match. Because that's the only thing you can do with this clusterfuck right now. Literally.
Matches on card on a pay-per-view, though? You think they would do that?
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't put it past Vince. Oh, look what he did with the whole the junior weights match.
The WLC.
The WLC. If he could book it like that, I'm sure he could have El Torito in Layla's corner and Hornswoggle over in Summer Rae's.
How about little women wrestlers?
Maybe
That's
the
what I want to see. Many women wrestlers.
We
Damn
have
it.
a mixed gender WLC. Book it. Russo booking right there at its best. But no. But yeah, it's just.
Just trying to help the people.
Fandango is probably one of the best diva storylines ever. But at the same time, it's like the focus is going to be taken off him and put onto these two women. So it's going to be really, really confusing to see the outcome of this match.
All right. Look, I make my comments and I will stand by them. I don't have a problem. Look, you're right. The triangle with Fandango and this other two, I have no problem with it. I really don't. Yeah, I burped. I don't give a damn. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I don't have a problem with it. But the thing is, a pay-per-view between, I gotta see more from Summer because I know Layla can go, but we got to see something before it could go straight to pay-per-view or a pre-match at least. But yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I think it'll be fine. I liked it. I like the music. I'm hoping that Charlotte, Flair, and Sasha will show up with Summer. That's what kind of I was hoping for, and they could take over because they were a group before. And that has more credence than the whole Total Diva crap. That's being said. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time because, like I said, it didn't really take much.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
The only thing with that, they're still NXT. They're not ready to come up to the main roster yet, so that's the only thing.
No, I agree with you.
So
yeah, that's the only drawback, but I do like the potential that has, though. With that being said, everyone's got valid points on that, and I'm not going to just go anyway. So,
Anyway.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, look, if you hear me doing this, get over it. If you get mad, whatever. You know why? Because my woman came out, Stephanie freaking big-titted boss woman, showed out, you know,
Yeah.
celebrating the Daniel Bryan, you know, wanted to give the people what they wanted, played Daniel Bryan's music, and she was doing yes, yes, and I kept doing yes, yes, yes. Very much damn straight. I don't give a damn.
I love when she
God,
gets
I'm
heat
not
like
so
that. She got so much heat. Oh my
Oh yes, she
god.
did. You know, it reminded me of when Triple H did that crap with other guys' music. He would come out to it. So, but let's go to up to Mr. I'm upside down. All about Stephanie. I mentioned Stephanie again. What she did, she put Austin upside down. So,
Yeah.
from your crazy world, Austin, tell us what you thought.
What the?
Really, I mean, what we're talking about, I'm Ross, I'm sorry, we're talking about the whole Stephanie McMahon thing, right?
Yes, with
Okay,
the title being surrendered.
okay. What I thought was pretty neat about this thing, whenever she mentioned possibly Bad News Barrett, the crowd went nuts. But like we all know, that won't happen for another 57 years. But I'm pretty sure that we know that Daniel Bryan, he won't get stripped because I believe that he will try his hardest. I mean, I'm gonna take that back. He will get stripped because he will be back next week saying that he will not hand over the title. And then Kane will come out and choke him, and then it'll be gone. Then they'll just take it away from him.
All right. Thank you from hanging from the ceiling. Let's go to Lion Claw.
I can't.
I'm still tripping on. Anyway.
Bray Wyatt showed up. He's teaching them how to do the spider walk.
Oh my god.
What? I don't think Daniel Bryan's gonna just hand over his title. It's gonna have to come to him being stripped from. Who knows? What's gonna happen. I think that's what it's gonna come to. Because he doesn't give up. I mean, he might as well wear those never give up shirts that Cena's pubbing up.
All right. Go ahead there, Brickwall.
All right. Yeah. It was a great segment by Stephanie taking shots at Bad News Barrett in the crowd. That was pretty funny. And then she was talking about Triple H. He could be champion. And then she said Kane. And I see Daniel Bryan handing over the titles because they said he's gonna be out for 3 months. The doctor said. So.
All right. Go ahead there, Paul.
You know, overall, I thought Stephanie executed this segment well. You know, her coming out to Danny Bryan's theme song, Flight of the Valkyries, just really added insult to injury. You know, it really poured gas on the fire, and it definitely got under the fans' asses, and, you know, they were upset about it. And, you know, they let their voice be heard, and, you know, it's England, so you should expect that anyway. And, you know, she got a great reaction, as she always does. Like I said, she performs well, she puts on a good show, and she went out there and proved it just another night tonight. She proved it again. So, no, I did enjoy the segment. As far as it goes with Daniel Bryan, if he doesn't show up on Monday Night Raw next week, he is going to be stripped of the titles. It's kind of that, you know, show up or surrender type deal. But I don't know what, like, no one really knows what's going to happen. It's all speculation at the end of the day. So, like, what I want to ask everybody is, after all they have invested into the storyline, being money and promotion and putting Daniel Bryan out there, and not also that, but how much emotionally the fans have been invested in this storyline. This is a very long-term storyline. I think we're over a year now we've been invested in this. So emotionally, are they going to strip him of the titles that easily if he's going to be out for 2 months? What do you guys think? I don't know. I don't know if they would.
No.
That's actually a bigger decision than most people would think.
All right. Real quick, guys. Yes or no? What do y'all think?
I think he's gonna get stripped. Come on now, the guy had next there. You actually expect him to wrestle? Look at it that way.
I wouldn't strip him.
I would strip him. He can't. How is he gonna go to How is he gonna wrestle Payback? In a wheelchair?
Who was
I don't
booked
know.
to fight him anyway?
Yeah,
It was supposed to be Kane.
exactly. We don't know.
Buried alive.
All right, go ahead there.
There you go.
They never announced it.
Yeah, go ahead there, Sam.
All right, so I'm going to give my input on this. Stephanie is one of the greatest diva trolls ever. to come out the Bryan steam and do the whole yes thing. Like Paul said, the fire was lit under that ass. And those fans went from marking out to giving her Vicky and X-Pac heat. And it doesn't get any more hotter than that.
Whoa, you don't want that X-Pac heat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll remember that. But yeah, you know, she cut a very good a very good promo out there. Probably one of the better segments of the evening. You know, just like she said, next Monday on Raw, Daniel Bryan's going to come out and she's going to want him to surrender. I mean, yeah, it'd be best for him to, you know, hand over the title. But if I were Daniel Bryan, or actually if I was creative and I was writing this whole thing, I would say this to her: that you can have these titles, but when I come back, I'm getting them back. And he's going to get them back with a vengeance, because he's going to take everything out on the people that she's going to put him, you know, hit him against throughout the whole entire thing. They can even have a number one contenders for the world title and put him in that bracket once he returns, or ends up being a surprise entrance somewhere. You know, who knows what's going to happen. But yeah, more than likely, it's going to be painful seeing them get rid of this, because like Paul said, it's been almost a year since they've been building this whole thing. Now that he finally has it, all these complications started coming up. So that just makes me very sketchy at the same time. I don't know what else to say.
I think there's
Right. No, that's cool.
He's in better condition than they really say he's in. I think he's in better condition than they say he's in. He'll be back sooner than later. I see him back in like.
I wouldn't want to rush it though. I'd rather take the 2-3 months to heal up properly, because you come back sooner than that. Look at Cena. He's went through multiple surgeries.
I agree. I wouldn't either, but if the doctor gives you the go-ahead, you best believe I'm going to be in that ring.
Oh, yeah. Because that's his life, man. Wrestling is his life. He's been doing this for over 17 years. And for him to give up, you know, this guy, I just don't want to see him on the brink of Edge or Kurt Angle or anyone else that had a major surgery. Look at Austin.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that you got to look after at the same time. But hey, if you're willing to risk your career to get that title, by all means do it, because that's the dedication of a pro wrestler. So you won't hear me complain.
Yeah. Go, Lion Claw, did you give your take on this, man?
I got disconnected.
All right, go ahead and give your take on it, man.
Yeah, I have to agree. That, yeah, it'd probably just give up the titles, and then, you know, maybe later on when he's like 100%, he just gets thrown in as like a mystery contestant, or mystery entrant, you know, something like that. I agree along the lines of CM.
All right, that's cool, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, you know, real quick, in the matchups, you know, when Daniel Bryan, I don't know how hurt he is. I don't want to, you know, speculate on that. My only thing is this: if he's got this, he had the surgery. If the doctor signs off on it, I ain't got a problem with it. I'm like Paul. If he releases you and you could go, go. If not, then, you know, take that time, do what you have to, then come back. But like I said, let's just see how it goes. I love Stephanie. I thought the way she trolled the crowd, the way she pretty much controlled everybody was great. Loved how she called out, you know, basically saying, "I got you're in the palm of my hand." You know, you got, you know, what about Wade Barrett? Of course, y'all want him to be the champ. Of course, you want this guy to be the. It was just almost one-on-one how you get heat by Stephanie McMahon was training that class, and like I said, I enjoyed her going yes. It was beautiful. It was a wonderful situation. Got someone here, but I'm waiting on their mic to pop in. So once that can, I'll get her spot going here for her. But ladies and gentlemen, from Open Wrestling Talk, I'm C-Double. I have to say this. I am happy to announce Rusev is not a racist. Is not a racist. No, he's not. Ladies and gentlemen, he can beat up white people. So with that being said, the Union Jacks come out. The fans are marking out. They're going crazy. Paul has passed out to the the ambiance that is Union Jacks because the lovely Lana. Hashtag anal, hashtag Lana, hashtag anal, hashtag Lana, the most beautiful woman in the world. With that being said, I'm going to hand it to Upside Down Austin. Turn that smile upside down and tell us what you thought about the match.
Okay. First off, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This I really I knew that Rusev would come out and have a squash match, but I figured he'd go for R-Truth because the whole racist conspiracy we had going on here. But it was funny getting to see someone like Heath Slater just get mauled by a 350-pound mastodon, Alexander Rusev.
All right, Lion Claw, I'm going to hit it back up
My
to you now.
apologies
What
to
you
the
want?
upside down.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you gotta feel sorry for Heath Slater in the ring because you know he's just gonna get pummeled. I mean, no matter where he turns, I mean, he got beat up by Hornswoggle. I mean, by El Torito, and then he just get mauled by this big 300, almost 400-pound dude. I mean,
I
he
feel
did
bad for
put
him.
up a fight though. Hey, you gotta give that to him. He did put up a fight. Like, good seeing Rusev in the ring with somebody other than like the other side of the.
Yep.
We are all trying not to be offensive to anybody, but let's just call it what it is. We're going to see who's supposed to beat up on
African
more guys.
Americans. African
Yes,
Americans, you call them.
yes.
There you go.
Go ahead, Brickwall. Tell me what your thought was on this.
Match. I feel bad for Heath Slater. He tried to put a fight against Russo. Did not work. Got his ass beat and pretty much got crushed. But Lana looked wonderful. That's all I gotta say. Pretty much it.
I mean, it's a beautiful situation when you really look at it. Everybody was a win-win, I thought. Go ahead there, Paul. Say something stupid.
I don't know what it is, but there's this like giant like Lana movement taking over the WWE. But overall, what is there to say? The match started off. The match didn't even actually start yet. It was all three Union Jacks, aka 3MG, and he was just fucking destroying them by any means, ripping them against the fucking barricade into the steel steps. The fucking the sidewalk slam in the ring, the camel clutch, the accolade as he calls it. Finishing Heath Slater. Didn't really get too much of an offensive in besides the beginning of the match, but it is what it is. The pairing of Lana and Rusev is the special point, and I think they work great together. She's great on the mic. She evokes a good reaction from the crowd and goes out there, does her thing. She gets under the skin of the USA fans, the European fans, so she knows what she's doing. And Rusev is great in the ring, freaking athletic. He's a great big man for his size. He's probably like 285 pounds. But overall, it was a decent segment. Good pairing of Lana and Rusev.
Right.
It's a bright future for him.
All right, go ahead there, CM.
The Union Jacks. Yeah, it was great to see the one and only face turn, only to turn him heel next week on Raw. Heath Slater was majorly over until he got that interference from Lana, anal. The whole Vladimir Putin thing, they are making that stronger and stronger. Showing the White House and Big Ben, or the Parliament being covered with Russian flags now. Where is the WWE really going with this? Are we going to see a world war because of Vince and his CNC ideas? Rusev coming out and just destroying Heath Slater. And on top of that, I mean, Heath put up one hell of a fight, but it just wasn't enough. Just like you said, they finally broke the race card. He got them beaten in nature domination. So now he's on to a bunch of Cracker Jacks. So, but yeah, I kind of enjoyed this match. I thought it was great. So, just to see them pit him against someone other than 4 mid-carders, and now he put him against a job squad.
Rusev is not racist, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now that's done.
He is.
I want more Lana time. I don't give a damn about this match. All I was looking at was Lana and her legs. I was hearing womp 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 Putin Putin whatever. You can Putin all you want with me. I don't give a damn. I'm like
Please put her in a
you know,
bikini, WWE. Please.
yeah, yes.
For
Let
for
her come out
Slam.
in that a string bikini,
For
booty out. For SummerSlam, you will have a record sales, and then put that sucker on auction. Some perv will buy it in a heartbeat. I don't know who. Well, there might be someone else there in the world out there that would have more money than me. So, ladies and gentlemen, we go to the next match of the Beat the Clock Challenge. Not going to go over how we do that. So, with that being said, RVD versus Del Rio. He took some time away from the barista coffee shop. Don't know what I mean? Watch WWE Network and you'll understand. With that being said, what did you guys think of the match? 4:15 now is the time to beat. RVD beat what you call it? Jobber Del Rio with the roll up. What did go ahead there, Austin?
I really can't stand Alberto Del Rio. I'm glad to see him getting to RVD. But I mean, to me, it feels like RVD. He's a veteran in the business. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like to me, he's taken away the spotlight from the younger superstars that want to jump up to get a title like that one.
All right, go ahead there, Lineclaw.
I thought it was a good match. If anything, if RVD doing the way he's doing, it'll make the younger people want to actually work harder to try and beat him. Or to try and top that, you know?
Yeah, all right, I'm with you. All right, go ahead there, Brick.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match. It was surprising he won by a roll-up. Overall, the match was good. Surprised he didn't win at the clock at 4:20, but anyways.
Ba-dum-bum.
I had to put that out there.
You do what you have to, my friend. Go ahead there, Mr. Wolf.
You know, it's surprising to see, RVD get the win over Del Rio in that short amount of time, considering how they've been billing Del Rio lately. He hasn't really been in anything major, but he's been winning the majority of his matches. So even lately, to go over Rob Van Dam to go over him that quick was surprising to me. But RVD went over. I thought they had actually it was a pretty good match actually. A little slower than I would like, but I enjoyed it for the most part. What about you guys?
All right. Well, go ahead there, CM. Let Paul think.
Yeah, like Paul said, this was a really quick match. I was thrown off by that, and RVD winning by a roll. How often do we see it? The only thing I remember him rolling up was Mr. 420, but it seemed that tonight he rolled Del Rio up like a little burrito. No racist. But yeah, he pretty much took the whole match and just. Yeah, I'm calling it a throwaway match though. But hey, it gave him the quickest so far victory in this Beat the Clock challenge. So.
Beat the Clock challenge match is it's hard because you want to rank them, but yet you can't really do it in an appropriate manner because of the fact that it's a Beat the Clock match, so you can't really have a long matchup, which these guys have done, and they're really good at it. The statement about RVD taking away, you could say that about a lot of guys, though, man. I mean, I don't want to go into that because there are a whole lot of guys we've talked about that deserve a shot. Paul and Brick know we did when we talked SmackDown on Saturday night. We talked about how there are underrated guys and underutilized guys, so that could go into that segment there. But we'll talk about it later on. But I don't have a problem with RVD winning. Because remember who's he up against? Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett's going to be, if he wins, it'll be Ray Barrett versus RVD. If depending on the later match. So with that being said, we go to the next match of the evening. Wait a second, let me try to pull that up. It was Seth Rollins versus Batista. # Rollins versus Batista. Only authorized personnel allowed to be in this match. So everyone's banned, but authorized personnel can be in this match. And everybody was surprised that Triple H would be the ring announcer for this match.
Oh my
I
god.
didn't have a problem with it, but I guess people forget. He is that. Oh yeah, he has that small title called COO, meaning he's in charge. So anyway, Randy Orton, the ring bell enforcer. I'm very proud he could ring the bell. Well, Seth Rollins surprised us all by announcing that they were special commentators. Dean Ambrose, thank you, Jesus. Gold on the commentary.
Oh
And
my
Roman
god.
Reigns, go Seth, go on commentary. And he wasn't really that bad, but he was quite the difference between Dean and Roman. Yeah, that's kind of the. And by the way, Roman's sporting a wonderful 9 stitches in his eye, above his eye. So with that being said, upside down Austin, tell us what you think.
This was a really good match. I mean, I'm disappointed to see how it ended, but I liked the whole draw between Evolution and the Shield. And I want to point this out. I believe it was either during Seth Rollins or Dean Ambrose's entrance, but like a full Titty Master poster was shown on TV. It made me chuckle a little. It made me chuckle a little bit because it made it
Man.
even though it was taped. It surprised me that it made it.
Titty Master Dean Ambrose. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't understand, you'll just need to get your ass caught up on that one. With that being said, go ahead there, Lion Claw. What's your thoughts on the match?
Talk about exploiting loopholes like crazy. Of course, Triple H was going to come out and put his boys in there somehow, and then Seth Rollins was like, "Okay, I got one better. I got some special guest commentators," which they probably put Brad Alex through a wall again to get that, but I mean. It was, Lee Ambrose on the mic, Roman Reigns doesn't really need to much. I mean, actions speak louder than words, according to him. But
All
I
right.
think it was great.
I'm hearing you, man. Go ahead there, Brickwall.
Yeah, I thought the match was decent. There's good spots with Rollins. Dean was good on commentary. Um, JBL was like, "Why are you commentating?" And Dean's like, "Why don't you get up and leave if you don't like I'm here?"
I know, man. Oh, man. Go ahead, Paul.
cool.
Yeah.
No, what an asset to the show to have Dean Ambrose on fucking commentary. I enjoyed it for the most part. He's always been a great talker, and he always knows how to get the crowd amped up into the show. But I thought they had a decent match. There was like 1 or 2 decent spots they did, and the whole thing just broke down into complete fucking horrible calamity, and Shield and Evolution went after each other, and it was alright. I enjoyed it. I thought they could have done something like a little different to stand out, but it was a little bit more of the regular that we've been seeing from them. So I don't know. I want to see them do something a little bit different, and when it happens, I guarantee it'll be Seth Rollins stand out again.
Yeah. Well, exactly. And go ahead there, CM.
Yeah. Anyway, couldn't help it. This match, I enjoyed it. The whole Triple H being the special guest ring announcer, the official special guest ring announcer, Randy Orton being the official timekeeper, and then the official commentators for this. That right there made it more comedic than anything serious. But the match itself, Batista versus Seth Rollins, I actually enjoyed that. These two are really working well. They're calling their spots, right on. The ending itself was great. Triple H decking Seth Rollins, but the triple power bomb which was failed because I believe Randy Orton was coming back up into the ring. That would have been great to see Batista finally sell it. This whole match right here, it almost reminded me of Extreme Rules, except the fact that there was no DQ, no anything goes. It's just, I can't wait for payback between these 6 men. just have an all hell breaks loose. Do a buried alive match with them, so that way they can get Batista off TV for
That would be the proper way to end Batista. Well, look, Seth Rollins versus Just for Men. I mean, Batista. I mean, Skinny Jeans, Filipino Pitbull. I mean, you could put whatever you want about him. But, give it to, Just for Men. He really was legit in the match. He did some good spots. Just for Men looked really good with his beard. Black and all get out. I think Triple H was going to put some more black on that. But anyway, with that being said, I thought Seth Rollins was awesome. The commentary of Dean Ambrose was awesome. This man needs to have more mic time. When Mick Foley sent a tweet out that I loved where he said, we need to have an epic, just a one-on-one match where Bray and Dean are just doing nonstop promos. And you could probably have the whole Raw would be entertaining because of it. I'm that big of a fan of Dean, and I want to talk more about this match. And by the way, at Payback, it has been signed as a no holds barred elimination matchup. So I cannot wait for this match. CM, I'm with you. I think this match should be the go home match, but we'll see what they decide. But we have the shocker of the night. Miss Wade Barrett herself, Miss Alicia Fox, won against Paige in her hometown, i.e. her hometown. So Paige, wrestling Alicia Fox, loses the match. Bad news, Ellis was out there, shocked as all get out. What did y'all think? First thing I thought when I saw that was obviously a potential match for Payback. But what were y'all's thoughts? And we will comment on Soda on Alicia Fox. Go ahead, Austin.
I was genuinely surprised that they made Paige lose that match because she's been on a dominant streak since she has been in the WWE. Then to have her lose to Alicia Fox, if there is a title match between them and between Paige and Alicia Fox at Payback, Paige won't lose it because they're probably going to want to have her hold the title until AJ comes back and they have a match at I believe, SummerSlam.
All right. Go ahead there, Lion Claw. Welcome back, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That was a good match. Alicia Fox really stepping up now, and for her to just lose it again, but on this side, just being all happy, like too happy. I mean, it's going to show up. I hope, that they bring the Divas. This match right here brings the other Divas into the realization that they need to step it up.
I like how you said that. And we'll go on a little more. Brickwall, go ahead there, bud.
Well, that was a pretty good match between them two. It's kind of shocking that she lost in her hometown, but WWE likes to make their hometown heroes lose in their hometown most of the time. So, yeah, I see a potential match at Payback.
Now, I got a quick question right quick. Is it just me?
Go ahead there, Paul.
What was the question?
Yeah.
Is it me? Is it me, or does it seem like that WWE is starting to care about the Divas division?
They're trying. Yeah, they're doing it slowly.
I'll definitely hit that, Paul. Yeah. But go ahead there, Paul.
Alicia Fox has always been talented. I don't know if it's been a lot of people acknowledge it or recognize it at all in the WWE universe or casual fans in general, but she's a talented wrestler. She's a talented women's wrestler, and her going over Paige tonight speaks volumes. It wasn't even that long of a match either, so it could be a match of Payback or something leading to it after. So they might build. I think we're gonna see it at Payback. I see Paige retaining the title. I see AJ getting worked back into the picture very soon. So I see the Divas division heating up and them pushing Paige and AJ about to return. Alicia Fox finally getting a little spotlight that she deserves, is all working into great chemistry for a really great feud. And the Divas division is finally getting spotlight on them. It's finally time to shine. There's women in there, and they're gonna perform. They'll deliver for the fans, and AJ's not carrying it anymore on her own shoulders. So I'm happy to see it.
All right, go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, Alicia Fox, let me tell you, he rants more than Ryback did on Twitter. Paige losing in her hometown, well, in her own country. That was actually a throw-off. I did not expect that to happen. Like you said, Ellis, where's Ellis? But yeah, she celebrated by covering herself in some other dude's coat. We're talking a liquid kind. That doesn't get you all jacked up. Yeah, this whole new vision of her is really starting to come to my attention. So, as for Paige, how much longer is she really going to be champ for?
Really? Okay. Here's what I'm gonna say. You gotta build some suspense, some doubt that she's gonna lose the belt. I actually like the fact that Paige is getting challenged by all these different women, and I like that there's Alicia Fox, and I'm gonna go here. I want to be that soda. I really do. That was hot as hell. I liked it. Hey, I don't give a damn. I'll go chocolate. I like it. It's good. All tastes the same to me. But the way I see it is that she, I love her grabbing the crown. I love that she celebrated the way she did. That was pretty damn cool. And I don't have a problem with Paige losing to her. If anything, we said after the match last week we wanted to see more. So we're seeing more. So you can't really get all upset when, she loses. Now, of course, yes, she lost in her hometown, but, Bret Hart said something really profound one time. I don't have a problem losing in my hometown. Hell, I did it all the time for a while. It's just how you do it. Well, same goes with that principle. And besides, there were one guy they really wanted to get the crowd really over with tonight. And that's the next match. And I want to call it the tease-off. We had Rick Ross, a.k.a. Mark Henry, going against Peroxide, Dolph Ziggler, at Heel Ziggler. Very good follow on Twitter. He really is. I enjoy listening to him and everything. I had to. Especially after that one time he had the shit brown hair, then showed up, blonde again. A lot of people don't remember that. But yeah, Dolph.
I sadly do.
Yeah.
I call him Billy Perfect.
Look, Dolph comes in this match. Everything's going great. Back and forth. Paul's all excited, thinking Dolph's going to get a shot. And Paul gets teased. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go, and Austin, go ahead and tell us what you thought about the Ziggler and Mark Henry / RVD and his royalty, Wade Barrett, coming out.
It was an okay match. I mean, I'm glad that that whole match ended in a draw because I wasn't buying that at all. But I'm glad to see Bad News Barrett just go ahead and start the feud between RVD soon. It's a big elbow to the head and cut a nice promo.
That was a very good promo, by the way. Go ahead there, Lion Claw.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. It was a decent match. I thought Ziggler was going to be the one getting the push, but then here comes RVD, getting the title shot. And then Barrett and cutting that good promo. I mean, it's going to be a good match between those two.
All right, go ahead there, Mr. Brickwall.
Yeah, the match was alright. It was just too slow paced for me. I guess I was happy it ended in a draw because it was too slow for me. The promo by Barrett was pretty good. I see RVD putting over Wade Barrett.
Yeah. All right, Paul. I know you're hurting. So go ahead and tell us how you felt, man.
Yeah, it's pretty upsetting as a Dolph Ziggler fan, but going into the thing, RVD did have the best time. So it was Dolph Ziggler he was a cleanup guy. He was batting last. He had to beat that time, and he was just a couple seconds short against Mark Henry. You know, the whole match, you know, they really did tell the story of the bigger guy versus the little guy, and Mark Henry was really tossing him around, and Ziggler was banged up, and you know, the time went by faster than it should have. They didn't have a big time slot to work with, so for that different competition, size difference at least, I guess they told a decent story. You know, I was upset to see him lose. Well, he didn't even lose. Do we even know what's going to happen?
Well, yeah, it's just, you know, they didn't beat the time, meaning that the match was over.
Yeah,
Yeah, so when you don't beat the time, yeah, time expires and you name RVD the winner, and he gets the chicken dinner and the pot. So go ahead there, CM.
Man,
Boom, psh. I'm on a zinger attack.
Chicken pot pie.
yeah, I got into this match a little bit. Pitting Dolph against Mark Henry. I really didn't see the point of that match, but at the same time, that was a test of strength and skill for Dolph. For Mark Henry, that was just a way to help put him over. But to not meet the 5-minute standard, I was just like, all right, you know what? Let's not even put Dolph into a title picture at all if you're just going to have him end up being this close. RVD getting, you know, coming out, celebrating, knowing that he's the number one contender for this the IC title, only to get a bullhammer from behind, and that whole Bad News Barrett promo. That was pretty solid. On top of that, the British Bulldog theme, that kind of threw me off there. But hey, you know, it is what it is. It was still a decent match. I enjoyed it. That's all.
That's all, folks. All right. So with that said, you know, yes, it was the T's job of all T's jobs, and I'm sorry, Paul. You know, we want to send our condolences out to you there, man. So with that being said, you know, hey, I know, but here's the thing: the British Bulldog music came out. I mean, Wade Barrett, who's the ultimate heel, bullhammers RVD in the back of the head. Everyone would be like, "That's so dastardly." He gets cheered, and it's great because he's like, "I got some bad news for you." I love it. Wade Barrett is legit, and this is kind of why I didn't want Dolph to win because, like we just talked about with Sheamus, well, let's talk with Wade Barrett. He just won the IC belt, and you got to have him lose it to Dolph. You know, you want to be able to, you know, and apparently they're either going to do a journey for Dolph or, you know, kind of they're still doing this push for Wade. So, you know, it's a give and go here. But I'm telling you, they got to somehow infuse Dolph in this rivalry or in this matchup here. I hope so. They need to. But, man, Wade Barrett getting the crowd to mark out was great. And now we go to everyone's favorite moment. Renee Young is in the ring.
Yeah.
When Renee Young is in the ring, stuff happens. And ladies and gentlemen, it's party time! All the time! And yes, Mr. Rosebud himself, with his freaks of you know, whatever you want to call them, the Exotic Express comes out there, they're dancing. I'm waiting for the day the bus comes out, smoke comes out, and RVD's dancing with them. But one day it's going to happen. I'm telling you. I'm calling it now. And with that being said, we had the Rose experience. Adam Rose himself, everyone's favorite wrestler, comes out there. He shoots an electric promo. The fans are all into it. Zebby, Mr. Lemon himself, comes out there with Jack Swagger, and he was biffing it up. And then we see Adam Rose letting loose and attacking and having that whatever face you want to call that. But anyway, beat up Swaggy, you know, or Biffy. What do y'all make out of this? I'm going to go ahead and throw it to Upside Down Austin since he's so upside down about everything.
I haven't really got nothing to say about this, but what is up with JBL's hatred with the rabbit?
I think the rabbit didn't want to give him any tail. Anyway,
Oh
go ahead,
God.
Deadline Claw. Boom.
Hey, I have to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I hear you. All right, go ahead there, Brick.
Oh
Come on,
yeah.
don't be a lemon.
Oh
Be
yeah.
a rosebud.
This is just to set up the feud between Adam Rose and Jack Swagger, and like Iron Sheik said, fuck lemons.
Oh no, you got to be a
I love Iron Sheik.
rosebud.
He's the man.
Yes. If y'all want a really good hire or follow the Iron Sheik. He's
Oh
great on
God, he
Twitter.
is
All right,
hilarious.
Mr. Wolf, Mr. Paul, if you'd like to speak to the people about the great Adam Rose. Paul? Say something stupid,
Oh,
Paul.
this is kind of stupid.
He just took his ball and ran with it.
Oh shit.
Go ahead there, CM.
Lord.
I'm just looking
Go
at
ahead,
Paul
CM.
Rose up over there. Now I'm about to say something stupid. All right, in all seriousness, I actually enjoyed this promo. I bought into him a little bit. He is improving just a tad bit, but on top of that, I can't wait to see what he can do in the ring compared to what he did in NXT. Him and Swagger seem to have a little good psychology going. Zeb Coulter with his, his racist promos, literally, and it's insane. It's people like you that are run with this country, and of course, I don't know. Did he forget he was in? Actually, no, he didn't because he did shoot on London. But yeah, I can't wait to see these two face each other, Payback, and see where things go from there. Hopefully, have a decent program.
Yeah, I hear you. Paul, you there? Paul. All right, we're gonna get Paul back eventually. You there, man?
The Undertaker took him.
Oh Lord,
Took
Bray
his
Wyatt
soul.
took him. I guess he went to be with the Rosebuds. With that being said, to me it is what it is. You're just pumping it up. That should be I would think that would be a good pre pay-per-view match if they are going to build it to that. By the way, out destroying kayfabe zone, Kid Ice is going to be debuting on SmackDown, guys, this Friday. Congratulations, kid. We're proud of you. We believe in you. So, kick ass, man. Do what you have to. Make sure you remind Hulk Hogan where you're at, too, when you get there.
Oh my God.
So, awesome job there, kid. Paul, when you get back in, we'll get you in here. But with that being said, it's main event time. Luke Harper versus John Cena. Go. I'm going to start with you there, Austin. Just go ahead and we're at the main event point now.
Alright, it was a really good match. They both, Rowan and Cena both performed, or not Rowan, but Harper, they performed really great. I mean, I figured this match probably is match of the night, in my opinion, by the way they fought it out, and with the whole crowd getting in, thinking he got the whole world in his hands, made the whole thing just amazing.
All right. Go ahead there, Lion Claw.
I actually missed this match, so I really don't have anything to say. But I'm pretty sure it was good, though.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Go ahead there, Brick.
Alright, yeah, the match was pretty good. Luke Harper and Cena always have good matches. Luke Harper doing the outside dive, that was pretty intense. I like when he does that. Pretty much the match ended in a DQ, and then Bray just fucking Sister Abigail both of the Usos. That was pretty cool. That was a cool spot. And then after the match, they took Cena up to the top and did the Sister Abigail, and then counted to 10, and then said he's got the whole world in his hands. Good.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Sorry. Go ahead there, CM.
Yeah, I enjoyed this match. With the Usos being out there to support Cena, and then Bray and Rowan were in the entrance aisle, sitting on that $500 Cracker Barrel rocking chair. I thought I enjoyed it. Does Luke Harper not know his weight and height? Because he was moving like a cruiserweight, doing things that I never saw him do. Like we saw him do the whole dive thing, I believe, once, but he was moving, dude. Cena, he was helping putting this guy over. But that whole ending though was Cena and the Usos just getting taken out, but Cena taking Sister Abigail on the stage. He took a hell of a beating right near the end there. This is strong going into Payback, so I can't wait to see what happens next week on Raw before the pay-per-view begins. But it was very, very good, very entertaining.
Yeah, I hear you. Paul, if you get back, we will get your take. If not, we'll definitely hear it on PWF is War tomorrow. Is that right? Brickwall, you guys doing a show tomorrow, right?
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah.
Tuesdays, yeah. Make sure you hear that. And Destroying Kayfabe will be doing a show tomorrow also, if I'm not mistaken, where we go into more detail. Ladies and gentlemen, real quick for this matchup, it is what it is. It's basically pumping up Payback where the fans are getting excited. Obviously the fans were marking out big time, but the thing is, I can't really give a great grade to this match because the fans kind of screwed it because in one point they're cheering, they're into the match, and then they start doing the whoa, oh, oh, whoa. It's like,
Yeah.
I didn't understand
I'm
that.
like, really? Really? I mean, I was stunned. I really was.
And then they were singing Cena's song and Sensei, So.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they were everywhere. The crowd was great. Like I said, when you got to that match, everything was good until that match. But I don't have a problem with Cena wins by disqualification. But the thing is, Cena took a hellified beating. The Usos took a beat. And by the way, when Bray, Sister Abigail, the Usos, that was pretty damn cool. I loved how he did it. Bray Wyatt is a legit. With this business, I got no problem if he comes out wins this. If he doesn't, don't have a problem with it either. And the only reason I say that is because with the title picture being the way it is, we don't know what they're going to do. So with that being said, guys, final thoughts. We'll discuss the Steen and DeVitt signing on Thursday. We're going to start doing a Thursday night indie shine night where we discuss indies talent and basically talk to people that work it and kind of get you back behind the scenes, get you an idea about it, and go from there. Guys, if you know people, if any promoters watch this, please contact me at C Georgia Rican or at Wrestle Talk, two underscores between the wrestle and the talk. I'd love to get some info from y'all and get you on the show. But that's Thursday night. Wednesday night, I'm going to try to have an interview set up with Now Your Rose. And with that being said, guys, go ahead, plug what you're with, and then plug, and then how we can follow you, and give me your rating for the show. So, Austin, I'm going to go ahead and throw it to you first, man.
I can't really plug anything because I have no clue when my next show is going to be, but overall I'm going to give it a good 3.5 out of 5.
All right, that's cool. Go ahead there, Lion Claw.
Okay, you can catch me on RC and the channels, FNet channels, WWE.
All right.
Being wrestling and also sports entertainment. And I'm also on Twitter at LionClaw40. So you'll also probably hear me on Destroying Kayfabe and also right here.
I hear you, man, and it's good to have you here.
That Raw, I'll give it a 4. It was pretty decent.
All right. Go ahead, Billy.
All right. You can follow me on Twitter at BrickWally60, and then you can like me on Facebook, Wrestling World News, and then you can subscribe to PWF is War. We do shows on Tuesdays and Saturdays. I thought the show overall was decent. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
All right. Go ahead there, CM.
All right. You guys already know how to find me. Find me on Twitter, CM Styles Brand. Sure, that's a Z and not an S. Also, Destroying Kayfabe, Destroy_Kayfabe. We have also relocated to Justin TV, so you can watch us right there. Make sure you do Destroying_Kayfabe there. As for the show, I actually, like I said, I tweeted out earlier. This is probably one of their best shows that they've done over there. Over in Europe, when they do Raw, they do almost a hell of a lot better job than they do over here with most of the shows. But seeing that every Raw from, after Mania has been 5 times better than it has used to, how it used to be. I don't know why. I must be like completely blinded by WWE only stuff. Not really, but yeah, I'm gonna give this show 4.5 out of 5 stars.
All right, cool. For me, I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of the show. I know it's kind of late, but for me, the show was about a 4.5 for me. Also, I thought a lot of good storytelling, a lot of good matches. Dean Ambrose being on commentary was really good. Paul, we missed you, man. When we're definitely going to get your takes on tomorrow night. PWF The War, their review. Check Adam out too, and Rick Wald. These guys do a fantastic job. Also, Line Claw, check them out at IRC. These guys do it right. Austin, part of the Destroying Kayfabe staff, and also Mr. Destroying Kayfabe himself, CM Styles. Thank you so much, my brother from another mother. With that being said, guys, my review was this 4.5. They're building up to payback. That's the way you do it. Good job with the fans. Keep supporting. Big ups to CS Smitty, 814. I'm sorry, bro. I was trying to plug you there. Made a mistake. I said yours kind of backwards. My bad. With that being said, at Smitty, CS Smitty, 614. Definitely check him out. He's our Twitter handle guy. He messages everybody and their mama, but we need it. We like it. We tweet favorite his stuff as long as us too. I'm just this is open wrestling talk, guys. I love talking wrestling. I love having you guys with me. I am C Double, Chris Champion, and I want to say thank you. And literally, guys, I want to do something that I wanted to do last night when I did my response to the breaking news, and this is what I want to do. I want to thank the people behind the scenes at also. It's kind of going to be dicey, but that's Wrestling Impact. Your guy took a sabbatical. Problem is, he forgot to mention something that it takes people to help get contacts. It helps people to do their things and to set up interviews, to get you contacts. And I didn't hear him thank you. So for me, C Double, when I was there and I had Justice, I had Scott, I had Mike, I appreciate y'all's efforts. Rochelle, I also appreciate your efforts. I don't forget that, and I do appreciate what y'all did. Stas, do what you want to do, man. It's all you, man. But for me, I want to thank my people. CM Styles, you've been always helping me out in this, and I appreciate it. Ron Cloth, thank you for what you do. Austin, I appreciate you keeping tabs with us. Brickwall, thank you for joining in with us. Thank you for introducing me to the people you have been. I appreciate you guys very much. And as the host of Open Wrestling Talk, I cannot wait for the doors to open that no one can open, and the doors that can shut that no man can shut. With that being said, I want to thank you all. Please be here to check us out on Wednesday night. I'm going to try to get an interview. If not, Thursday night, Indie Shine Night. Friday, we do the SmackDown Smack Talk. We go from there. We're going to be doing with Destroying Kayfabe. And guys, Saturday night, I'll be over at Southern Fried Championship Wrestling. Be there on Monroe, Georgia. My boy Chris Tom Bomb Nails is going to be going against my boy T.A. Stanton in the tables match, so I got to be there. And, Logan Creed defends the belt. So, guys, be there. I'll do a little indie shout out to you guys later tonight. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, finally I can say this is C Double for my crew at Open Wrestling Talk to you. We out. Be a star. Don't be a lemon. Be a rosebud. See y'all. Deuces.